Stop and visualize something for me real quick. It's gonna be very helpful to you. I'd like you to consider for a moment that you're in a shopping mall. You're shopping with one of your buddies for your wife or girlfriend's Christmas. And somebody approaches you with a neck massager. Now, you already have a very expensive massaging chair at home. You don't want a neck massager. You have no need for it. But the guy's got a little bit of an accent. He's a super nice guy. He's actually starting to grow on you. Gives you a free neck massage with this little neck massager. And after a little bit of conversation, you're like, I really like this guy. This guy's a fun guy, man. Doesn't seem like a bad product. Doesn't seem like a bad deal. In fact, if I didn't have the massaging chair at home, I would probably buy this thing, but I just don't have any interest whatsoever. What are you gonna say to the guy? Dude, I have a massaging chair at home. I'm not interested in it. Well, why'd you let me waste your time for 15 minutes showing you this thing? You're not gonna put yourself in that awkward scenario. You're gonna say what? Yeah, man, let me talk to my girlfriend. She's over at the other store here. Or you know what? Let me think on it. I'm gonna go to the food court. Let me just kind of process it for a minute, and I'll swing back through here on my way back out of Macy's. You've done this before. You know you have. Does it make you a bad person? No. Does it mean you're misleading the salesperson? No, it just means you were put into a predicament by a salesperson where you built some rapport, you liked the guy, you didn't want to say no to his face and hurt his feelings, so you told him you wanted to think about it. This is what your customer does to you all the time. You can be the best salesperson in the world, but if they have no need for your product or service, trying to word trap them and logic trap them with these word tracks and Mr. Customer, isn't anything worth doing tomorrow worth doing today? And Mr. Customer, you told me you liked the product, you told me the service was doable, you told me the price range was reasonable, so you need to get like, guys, this is not what sales is. Sales is authentic conversation. So when somebody says to you, first of all, if you're trained properly, like in the Paid to Persuade selling discipline, you don't ever get, I want to think about it, because you establish intent and you get a commitment from the customer before you even pitch the product. But let's say you do end up here, okay? The way that you handle this scenario is by saying very simply, Mr. Customer, I totally get it. I would want to think about a significant purchase too. But let me tell you what most customers mean when they say, I want to think about it. They mean, hey man, I appreciate the presentation. It's a nice product. It's pretty interesting. It's just not for me. And they tell me they want to think about it because they don't want to hurt my feelings, and then I never hear from them again. We call that getting ghosted. Now, Mr. Customer, you seem like a nice guy. I'd like to say hi to you and shake your hand and wave at your family when I see you next time in the shopping mall, but I can only do that if we're honest with one another. So, do you actually have any interest in the product and you really are going to think about it? Because I'd like to give you a little more information. But if you're not, sir, just let me know. We can part as friends, brother. This is gonna strike your customer as so incredibly authentic. You're either gonna get the real objection, which is, dude, I really have no interest in this product or service, or they're gonna tell you what the real problem is. That is selling. It's not a fancy word track. It's not a mind trick question. It's authentic conversation and calling out the elephant in the room. I hope this helped you. My name is Luke. This is Paid to Persuade. Give us a follow if it helped you. Leave a comment if you disagree. That's what they're there for. Otherwise, happy selling.